Welcome to myAfrican Affairs. South African lawmakers on Tuesday voted in favor of closing down the Israeli embassy in Pretoria and suspending all diplomatic relations with Israel until a ceasefire and commitment to negotiations in its war with the Palestinian Islamist Hamas group in Gaza. President Cyril Ramaphosa and senior foreign ministry officials have been vocally critical on Israel's leadership during their devastating military campaign against Hamas in the densely populated Gaza Strip, calling on the International Criminal Court to investigate them for potential war crimes. On Monday, the Israeli ambassador based in Pretoria was recalled to Tel Aviv for consultations ahead of the votes. The parliament passed the motion by 248 votes to 91 votes. The resolution was brought by Economic Freedom Fighters Party last week when the governing African National Congress Party vowed to support what has been a diplomatic stance for South Africa since Nelson Mandela became the first democratically elected president in 2004. ANC's chief whip, Phemi Majodina, amended the last point of EFF's resolution calling for the closure of the Israeli embassy and suspension of diplomatic relations, and included until a ceasefire by Israel and commitment by Israel to UN-facilitated negotiations whose outcome must be just, sustainable and peaceful. All lawmakers governing the African National Congress supported it. Despite the objection by the presiding officers, some MPs chanted "Free Palestine" after the motion had been passed. Israel launched a major military attack in Gaza in response to cross-border attacks by hundreds of Hamas gunmen on October 7th, in which at least 1,200 people were killed and more than 200 taken hostage. Prompted by this, the EFF proposed the motion last week on Thursday in solidarity with the Palestinian people. South Africa has backed the Palestinian cause for statehood in Israeli-occupied territories for decades, likening the plight of the Palestinians to that of the black majority during the repressive apartheid era, a comparison that Israel denies. US President Joe Biden says that a potential deal that would see Hamas release some of its hostages is now very close. Gaza's Hamas-run health ministry says that at least 13,000 people have been killed since Israel launched its retaliatory campaign. Israel has said that it is acting in self-defense and its aim is to eliminate Hamas to prevent another attack from happening like the one that happened last month. On Monday, South Africa urged the International Criminal Court to issue a warrant of arrest for Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu by mid-December. South Africa, alongside Bangladesh, Bolivia, Comoros and Djibouti, have submitted a referral to the ICC to investigate whether war crimes and crimes against humanity have been committed in Gaza. South Africa recalled its diplomats from Israel earlier this month. There has been no brand ambassador in Israel from South Africa for the past 5 years.